Very busy weekend. Yes, we celebrated my oldest daughter's birthday. She'll turn 29, let's see, Wednesday, the 30th. She'll be 29. So the family got together. For an activity, she wanted to go to the pumpkin patch and corn maze, for a fall activity. So that's what we did. It was a lot of fun. Great weather on Saturday. And then we hung out at her boyfriend's house for the rest of the day and watched movies and had pizza and cake and gifts and all that. So really was lots of fun. My screen's not quite straight here. I'm trying to straighten it out a little bit for you. But it was good fun, and then I had them all over for lunch yesterday again. And then I just spent the rest of yesterday working after everybody went home. Today I've got a fun card sketch for you, and I just want to show you very quickly what I'm using. We'll be focusing on the Gilded Autumn Suite, which is in our holiday catalog on pages 44, 45, and 46. So I'll be using some of the paper, and I'm also incorporating the beautiful autumn bundle and some of the ribbon pack as well. So I asked you to come with a card base and then 3 pieces of designer series paper. So there's my card base, 4 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 5 1/2 inches. And I'll just give that a nice crease with my bone folder. And then I said you'll need a 2-inch strip of designer series paper, and then 3 strips of designer series paper that measure 1 inch by 4 inches. So 2 inch by 4 inches, and these are each 1 inch by 1 inch by 4 inches. 3 pieces that measure 1 inch by 4 inch. Now, if your paper does not have a specific direction, you can make your card any way you want. Now mine has been cut with a direction, top and bottom, up and down. So that's how I'm putting my card. All right. Now, if you happen to cut your designer series paper and it's going the opposite direction, like the pumpkins, like this would be the top and bottom based on how the pumpkins are shown. Let me give you a better example. Let me see here. Trying to pull something out that would be a good example. Okay, here's one. So, depending on which direction your pieces go, you will want to make your card going the same direction. All right, so look at those images. If there is a pattern or image direction on your DSP, make sure your cardstock coordinates the same way. So as you can see, mine is top and bottom. So now I'm just going to add these to my card base. Oh, Dana, that's funny. You always need your coffee. Who else is on here? Mary Lou, Joyce. Thanks for joining me. Thanks to those of you who shared. I appreciate that so much. You help me broaden my range of viewers and customers. It's a huge help to my business when you share. Share before, share the announcement that a Facebook Live is coming, share the video afterwards, share during the live. It all helps. Your commenting also helps as well. That helps with those Facebook algorithms that are always changing on us. Now, when I'm adhering strips like this, and you've probably heard me say this before, I like to adhere the top and bottom pieces first, and then I can center the other pieces in between. I am using, whoops, there's a piece of hair on that. Don't need that on my card. I prefer to use the multi-purpose glue on things like this. because it gives me that opportunity to slide the pieces around a bit to make sure they're lined up evenly on each side, and the spaces in between are equal. So we have lots of good adhesives, but sometimes the project or the layout or the placement dictates what adhesive I like to use. I see a jagged edge on my card base here. You know what that means, don't you? When I see that jagged edge, a little bit of ruffle or lint, cardstock lint, I call it, that means it's time to change the blade in my paper cutter. All right, then I said you'll need another piece of cardstock that measures, let me think, 3.5 by 2 3/4. Now, instead of using more of the mint macaron cardstock, I changed mine out with a foil, gold foil. And then you'll also need a piece of neutral. I put Whisper White or neutral on the list for you this morning. My neutral is very vanilla because that's what the Gilded Autumn paper uses as its neutral. And I'm going to do some stamping with the Beautiful Autumn stamp set. And I'm going to stamp My Heart is Grateful for You. Be sure to comment, share, thumbs up, hearts, that kind of thing as we go on. I am giving away this card today. So the more you comment, the more opportunity you will have to win this card. And I put my cardstock on my Stampin' Pierce mat because I am stamping with photopolymer stamp today. Oh, that looks good and straight. Okay. Now I'm trying to think, how do I want to finish this off? I did pull out this ribbon pack, and this is from that same suite. This is more of that copper color, but I'm using gold, so I'm going to set that aside and not use it. But I do like this, although now I'm not sure if I like it with the mint macaron stamping. So let me stamp it with Cajun Craze, and I'll let you tell me what you think with this ribbon. Okay, so would you prefer the Cajun Craze ink with that ribbon, or would you want to keep it more monotone and use the mint macaron ink? What's your thought? Oh, Sharon, I love this DSP too. This is one of the most beautiful fall DSPs we've ever had. It looks like Cajun Craze, and I see Sally says better with the Cajun Craze. I completely agree with you. As soon as I stamped that, I thought, I'm not sure that's the look I want. Okay, now I do want to put a bow in the front, but I'm not sure exactly where I want the bow. So what I'm going to do with this ribbon is just cut off a piece. And you've seen me do this before. I put some adhesive on the back that will be in the area where I'll bring the ends of the ribbon around. So I look at the front, position where I want on the front. I think that looks good. And then I just fold back the ends, and they will adhere to that adhesive I put on the back. And you can move that around. If you need to lift it up on the back side, lift up an end and move it a little bit, you can. Easy peasy, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I feel like I always had a friend that used to say that. I can't remember who. And that's that. So now I'm going to adhere this to my gold. And again, the dimensions will be put on my blog later this week. But for now, the dimensions are 3.5 by 2 3/4. And then this Very Vanilla is 3 1/4 by 2.5. Right? Did I say that correctly? I hope I did. 3.5 by 2 3/4 and 3 1/4 by 2.5. And that layers nicely on there. And you can put this right in the center, but I think this, well, yeah, I'll go ahead and put this one in the center, but I'm going to do something different with the bow. And then I have a fun way to dress up that center cardstock that's stamped. Got to get my dimensionals in here. What's a card without dimensionals? I think probably 95% of my cards have dimensionals on in some way. Just love them. It's a staple in my craft room, my stamping room. Okay, now I'm going to pull in these fun coordinating punches. Let me move the stamp pad out of the way. I'm going to pull in these fun coordinating punches. Now, we do have stamps, 2-step stamps that you can stamp on your neutral in the various colors and then punch them out. But you can also use some of the Designer Series paper to punch out leaves and acorns. And I believe there's more than one. Let's see, where can I get this? There's more than one DSP, I believe, that allows you to punch the leaves and the acorns. I think you can punch some of the metallic ones as well. Just center that image in the punch, and then I'll do one more because I'd like to get an acorn in here as well. I love punches, and these punches are sweet. This trio of punches. Okay, so I'm going to use these on my card. You know, I think I'll use some mini dimensionals. Do I have some right here? Yes. Yeah, I'll put this one over here. And then I'll add these leaves as well. I'll put this one up here like it's falling down from the trees. Have the leaves started to turn color where you live? I'm in Central Ohio and they're just now starting to turn color. Okay. And then I'm just going to tie a simple bow with this beautiful ribbon. It's really neat. There's a lot of detail in this ribbon because it has like a basket weave to it and all the tiny little stitches in there holding the basket weave in place. It's a really good and sturdy bow too. It's going to keep its shape through the mailing and all that. And of course, ribbon combos are always fun to work with. And I think I showed you earlier, this is the other ribbon in that Gilded Autumn Ribbon Combo Pack. Okay, so now I think I'm going to add this. I was thinking in the center, but I think I'm just going to offset it to the left a little bit. And you know I like to use the glue dots on the back of the bow, or the back of the knot of the bow, I should say. Just like that. And I got a glue dot in my fingernail, which I need to get rid of before it gets me in trouble with something. Okay, I like that a lot. What do you think? Now, I do think we should add, make the inside kind of decorative. And here's a tip for those of you who don't care to do a lot of writing. Of course, you're always going to give a greeting and sign your name, but some of you don't like to write a lot. I tend to fill up most of my space in the inside of the card with writing. But if you don't, here's a tip. Just make your inside writing space smaller. And on this card, I'm matching the layers to my layers on the front. Now I'm going to dress this up even a little bit more by stamping some mint macaron. So this will be tone on tone. I'll stamp some of these leaves around. Maybe a little further out here. So I'm doing the top left and the bottom right corners. And then I'll mount this on top. So what do you think? Quick and easy way to dress up the inside of your cards, right? Oh, Alice, your birthday's Saturday. Well, happy birthday. So what is that, October 3rd? That's World Card Making Day. Yes, this would be a great birthday card. It could be sympathy. It could be anything you wanted. Thinking of you, anything you wanted for sending in the fall. It doesn't have to be a Thanksgiving card. Make it anything you want. I always think images with nature too. For me, a lot of times I just feel like those images with nature make good sympathy and thinking of you cards as well. Good morning, Diane and Karen. What do you all think? Okay, would somebody out there like to receive this card? If you do, be sure and comment, because for every comment that you make and every share that you do, I will enter your name into the drawing for this. Excuse me. Now let me show you a couple others I made. Again, I featured the beautiful autumn stamp set with its 3 coordinating punches. All right. And I'm featuring all the same colors, basically. So here's another one I made. Very similar. The ribbon I used is from the Forever Greenery ribbon combo pack. It comes with this cream color or vanilla color lightweight weave, and it also has this gold trim in there. And then I did the same thing with punching some of the leaves from our designer series paper. And then here's the last one I wanted to show you. So these two use all that beautiful metallic paper. These designer series paper prints are also from the Gilded Gem or Gilded Autumn suite, Gilded Autumn designer series paper, but I've used opposite sides. So they don't have the fancy metallics on there, but they still have beautiful, beautiful prints. And I've pulled in the faux suede early espresso ribbon. Here, for added interest, I stamped some of the leaves on front I was going to mention to you another couple of, you might consider the holiday rhinestones as an embellishment. And what was the other one I was going to pull in here? I'm looking for the gold gilded gems. They're here somewhere, I know. Right here. Now look at how beautiful these will look with that too. And since this card doesn't have any of the metallic gold in the paper prints, I'm going to use a few of these to add some of that shiny gold to this card. Never too much bling, right? I'm going to use a large one, if I can get it off here. And I think I will put this about over here. And then I'm going to use one of the medium-sized ones right up here. And then a small one. Usually I go for ones that are all the same size, but not this time. And you can choose to put your embellishments on that sentiment piece or bordering it, or the combination of both. And this is what's really fun about this card sketch, is the pieces are so easy. 2 inch by 4 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. That makes your base. You can easily change out the center if you want it to be a circle, or we could have punched pumpkins. There's so many ovals. Whatever you want to put on the center will work out lovely. But just a very simple card sketch, card layout, and the possibilities are endless because you're going to mix and match your designer series paper, your colors, your trims and embellishments. So much fun stuff to do. I hope you've enjoyed today's Make It With Mary Monday. Oh, Saturday, October 3rd, also Alice's birthday, is World Card Making Day. I'm getting together with a few of my team members, and we're setting up a private Facebook group, and we're going to be having Facebook Lives, giving some card samples and supply lists and cutting dimensions with those. We'll have different things posting all day on Saturday. And this is for customers only, so I'm sorry, demonstrators, but this is something I'm doing with some of my team members, and we're each inviting our customers to participate. So if you are a customer of mine, I would love to hear that you're interested. I will be sending out an email to collect interest as well, and we will then invite you to that private Facebook group, and you can pop in anytime you want on Saturday. I believe there's going to be an ordering incentive. Well, I know for sure there's an ordering incentive, and I believe we might have a few prizes to give away. All right, I will draw for this card after going live. Actually, I'm going to go out and take my walk because we're expecting rain showers, thunderstorms, high winds coming soon. So I'm going to do that first. But later this afternoon, I will choose a winner among all of you that have joined in and commented on this live, and one of you will get this in the mail. Thanks very much for joining me on this Monday morning, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.